Across the valley, mainly it's been hot and dry. We had some record highs that we'll show you a little bit later on this hour. Oh yeah, it was hot today. And a couple of showers and storms cooled you down, but the last one that was around Brownsville last hour to about 5:45 or so has moved into Mexico. So if you see any clouds or lightning in the distance, hear any thunder, it's moving still away pretty quickly to the south, away from Cameron County. So probably no more rain able to flare up. Just a couple of isolated showers and storms with the cold front, which isn't much of a front. It's mainly just a boundary between some humid air and less humid air, but it is very hot behind this where the air is dry. 103 in Rio Grande City right now. It was over 100 in the upper valley over most of Hidalgo County. It was cooled to 98 in McAllen now. It's, when you can cool down to 98, you know it must have been pretty hot. Temperatures in the 80s in the lower valley, but the humidity is coming up in the lower valley. The winds are more from the north, but kind of from the east and northeast in the lower valley, which is kind of pushing the humidity back in off the Gulf. So it's very humid over most of Cameron and Woolsey counties, but the humidity is much lower in the upper valley. But I think eventually the drier air will win out for most of tonight and for Saturday and Sunday. It won't be nearly as cool as what we've seen. You know, we had a couple of nice weekends last few weekends when it was not so humid, but it won't be quite that level this weekend, but it won't be so sticky most of Saturday and Sunday. The winds right now light, 10 or 15 miles per hour or so, but coming in from the east in the lower valley, more from the north and northeast in Starr County. Tomorrow's highs should be a little cooler than today, but still pretty warm, up mostly in the low 90s across the valley with sunshine, very little wind, about 10 or 15 miles per hour, and not too humid out there, but it looks like a lot of blue sky tomorrow across the valley and no rain. Satellite radar shows what were just a couple of isolated showers and storms blowing up as this front moved in, but again, it's a very weak front that doesn't do much to cool things off, but it should keep any rain away from us for the next several days. So Futuretrack shows that weak front exiting the area this evening, and behind it just clear to partly cloudy skies tonight and tomorrow. And it looks like a nice day in terms of sunshine and not too much wind for Saturday and for Mother's Day on Sunday. If you're doing something nice for mom, temperatures could start off in the upper 60s to near 70 right at sunrise in the morning, but then a lot of sunshine throughout the day, maybe a few wispy high clouds, but the temperatures though will warm up pretty quickly with all that dry air and sunshine around. Temperatures will easily be back above 90 in most areas in the afternoon, maybe even the mid 90s in the western valley. So a pretty hot afternoon for Mother's Day, but just kind of light winds and somewhat low humidity. By Monday, the breezes pick up from the southeast a bit and the humidity starts to climb. Eventually, we could see a lot more clouds at times later next week, and that could even spark a small chance for a shower. So if you want to cool off at the coast this weekend, dry weather and not too windy at the coast. And, you know, we've had some breezy days the last couple of days at the coast, but tomorrow's wind speeds roughly about 10 miles per hour most of the day, and air temperatures in the low 80s much of the afternoon, with water temperatures near 80 degrees and a low risk of rip currents. If you are out on the waters too, no advisories tomorrow. A high tide in the morning near sunrise and a low tide late in the evening. So first 1-5 forecast. If you are going to be hitting the road for the weekend, maybe taking Mother's Day out of town, show mom or visit mom something out of town here. 95 in San Antonio, or sorry, 95 in Laredo tomorrow, 97 on Sunday. Dry weather everywhere in sunshine, upper 80s in Corpus Christi Saturday and Sunday. San Antonio, upper 80s and lower 90s with sunshine. And Houston, more sunshine and temperatures in the upper 80s. So no matter where you go in Texas this weekend, it's going to be dry and warm. So the first 1-5 forecast tonight, down to 70 late tonight, but most of the evening if you're outdoors. Once the sun goes down, we're talking about between about 9 and 10 o'clock, still mostly in the 80s and upper 70s, and then dropping off late tonight. And then tomorrow back up to about 92, but that will range from the mid 80s or low 80s at the coast to the mid 90s in Starr County, and winds fairly light from mainly the east tomorrow with not too many clouds in the sky. And the first 1-5 7-day forecast, Mother's Day Sunday looks good in terms of sunshine. Remember, still fairly hot in the afternoon, but maybe not so hot in the morning with the small dip in the humidity. Monday, the breezes may pick up a little bit in the afternoon, but Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday could be a little more breezy or even somewhat gusty at times with highs in the 90s. We may see some clouds around at night and in the morning, but could break out into some sunshine. There are small chances for a shower or storm, very small here by Thursday and Friday. We'll show you a little more in detail coming up here next half hour.